Can you say Daddy plays video games?
Daddy's training the drinks.
Hello everybody, this is Gamer Dad here. I wanted to do a small video, roughly 5 minutes long or so, talk about a couple things. In this, I read a couple articles today about the PC support that's going to be offered with Call of Duty Ghosts, as well as some of the cross-platform gameplay. Got some information for you. Today I was actually had quite a good day. Was able to take my kids over to see their new cousin, who's less than a week old. So that's great. I'm a uncle for the first time, so that's awesome. But let's go ahead and get into this information now. Stephen Totio, I think I pronounced that correctly, with Kotaku, reported on Friday the conversation with Mark Rubin with Infinity Ward that there's going to be a little extra something added to the PC version. And let's hopefully more than just a little something extra from the previous Call of Duties that have been graphically and option-wise, I guess, a little less than sensational ports from their console cousins. The quote I got from Kotaku, I don't know if that's the way you pronounce it, but that's how I pronounce it in my head, so that works, is, quote, PC is taking a different tact from previous games in the series. Now PC has its own set of assets. It's going to look better than any Call of Duty that we've ever made on the PC, end quote. From a PC gamer dad here, that's an incredible breath of fresh air, especially when websites like Charlie Intel are quoted as saying, an update to this article says, quote, to clarify, PCs will no longer be held back by consoles. It's pretty much confirmed that ultra high-end PCs are ahead of next-gen consoles. And I think that's end quote, by the way. I think that's a smart move on a few fronts. And real quick, a little addendum to that quote when I'm reading it. They say things like ultra high-end PCs. It doesn't take a whole lot. It doesn't take a lot of money, and it's not an ultra high-end PC to keep up with the next-gen consoles. Now, the couple points I was thinking of, the reason I think this is smart is, number one, you have games like Battlefield 4 coming out. And if anybody watches 10 minutes of that multiplayer that they released back in E3, if you're a gaming company making a first-person shooter, you better step your game up a little bit, because that was a spectacular multiplayer display. I mean, I don't care what kind of Call of Duty fanboy, one might be. You watch that full-out gameplay, and your jaw's dropped, and you're just like, wow. I mean, they're bringing buildings down. It's got phenomenal sound effects. The visuals are insane. I mean, that's a great-looking game. Now, no matter how much we love Call of Duty, you gotta respect Battlefield 4 is going to be a phenomenal-looking game. And I'm going to try to figure out how to pick that one up as well when it comes out. We'll see. Second point I'm thinking of is, the original first-person shooters were on PCs. There was a large player base that started playing these competitively on PCs. And you still have a large player base that wants to play and embrace the Call of Duty series. And in the past, we haven't had a lot of support. PlayStation 3s and PCs got the update a month later from Treyarch, and by that time it was like, cool, we get an update. I mean, it was cool, but still, we've kind of been the redheaded stepchild, when it comes to updates and getting any love. I mean, PCs are not going away. Matter of fact, they're getting cheaper to put together a PC that can at least hold up with next-gen consoles. It's an awesome sense of competition when you have the industry go like that, because all that competition breeds good prices and benefits for the consumers like us. So if they're able to make games cross-platform, the only person that's going to benefit is us. And finally, it's a smart move for Infinity Ward to spend time and spend money to appeal to one of their player base. Is PC nearly as large as the PS3 and Xbox? No, not at all. But there's still thousands of PC players out there that want to have their game taken care of just like anybody else. Now, finally, what I want to bring up, I only got a minute left here, the cross-platform gameplay. So they're talking about clan wars, all-out clan versus clan, and depending on the skill mode you want to play on, it's going to change the ownership of territories across this really cool, dynamic in-game map. So basically, they're going to match skill level versus skill level, which is going to all happen behind the scenes, and we got to trust Infinity Ward that they're going to do that well. Now, this is something really cool that I watched an interview on GameSpot with Mark Rubin about cross-generational platforms, and this is not within a certain family, so you can have a clan full of PS4, Xbox, and PC players, which is really, really unique. And they wanted to ask Mark a little bit more, and he kind of shook his head and pursed his lips. So I think there's going to be some really good stuff that he brings up. So anyway, that's a couple things I want to talk about. PC support, cross-platform gameplay. I know some of my subscribers are probably Xbox, PlayStation, as well as PC. What are you guys most excited about? Cross-platform gameplay is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to really integrate a lot of player bases. So hope you guys have a phenomenal night. Thanks.
Good night, Daddy.